How's it going, everybody? It's your main man, Marcel is here. Welcome to Kings Support Kings podcast. Today, I want to talk to you guys about trauma and dealing with trauma as a man. And what I mean by that is that there's a lot of traumas from men. Everyone goes through trauma, but specifically as a man, going through trauma, it's typically difficult to deal with the things you've been through and focus on everything else that's going on around. What are some of the things that you deal with that you keep inside, that you share with a close confidant, that you share with your loved ones, a close friend, or you may not have nobody to share to. What is the thing that you keep inside that you can't tell anybody? Me personally, it it took me recognizing that I did have trauma from my past to actually start to deal with it. And what I mean by that is that um, you take the things that you go through and you use them as a tool to make up why you are who you are. So you would go through something in your past, and then you would say, "Well, that made me the man who I am today," and it's true. But it took me getting older to realize that you know what? Yes, it made me the man who I am today, but it has affected me in more ways than one. Whether it be positive, whether it be negative, whether it be you know um, just overall affect me in different ways. Give you an example. I grew up, I was born and raised in Washington, D.C., the Maryland area. And the neighborhood that I came up in, there was a lot of drama, whether it be fights, shootings, assaults, just a lot of drama, your typical inner city neighborhoods. I've had friends that have been shot, I have friends that have been killed. And before I left that area to join the military, I just looked at it, that was the way it was. And I knew I had to escape from that environment. I knew I didn't want that for the rest of my life. I knew that if I didn't get away from that I was going to end up a couple of things, just like everybody else, either dead or in jail or just living in fear my whole life. And it comes with the territory of being in that is that if you never make it out of that, you never break away from that, you'll never know. So me joining the military and getting out of that environment, that let me know that there was a whole other world out there, that there was a whole other um, different way of life than being outside of that, and that allowed me to know that I deserve better. It let me know that my kids deserve better. And that's just something I didn't want to deal with for the rest of my life. Where I live at now, I don't have those fears that I had knowing that I went through those certain things. Even when I go back and visit where I'm from now, I move different because I've seen so much. I've been through so much. I've been robbed at gunpoint. I've been stabbed in a fight. I've been minding my business and end up in the middle of a semester I had nothing to deal with. And it can go down anywhere, but at the same time, you're less likely to run across something that's not meant for you if you stay away from certain areas. And there's a faction of, the part of life that I'm in is a faction of people that, I grew up around, people I went to school with that think, oh, you escaped, you're not being real, or you left, but I'm not going nowhere. And that's okay. That's okay. But what's meant for me may not be meant for you. What works for me may not work for you. But at some point, you have to realize you deserve better, that there is better, and that you can go get better. Hmm? That's just something to think about. But as far as being a product of your environment, you have to know it can make you or it could break you. It could take you, you know? It can make you in the sense that you'll become better than you ever imagined. You know, it could break you in the sense that you'll never think that you deserve better, or you can get out and see better or do better. You know, it could take you. It will take you. It'll take you in the sense that it'll take your life. You know, it'll take everything that you work for, everything that you were destined to have. And I'm of the mindset, I'm of the thinking that, you know, man, what's supposed to happen, what's meant to happen is supposed to happen. Everything happens for a reason. And I truly believe that because you look back and you think about all the things that you've been through, every variable of life, waking up in the morning and going this way, going that way. You should have took the wrong left instead of the right. You know, you should have, you know, stayed in the house versus going out. You know, but I truly believe, you know, everything happens for a reason. So that's why I am where I am in my life. That's why I've been through the things I've been through, the trials and tribulations, all those things that I've been through. They accumulate and they make what's part of my life what I am today, what I've been through today, how I move today, how I talk today. You know, it led me to want to do this podcast because there's somebody out there that's going to hear this, that's going to listen to this, that's going to go, you know what? I've been down that same path. There's somebody just going to listen to this and say, you know what? I can't relate to that. And that's fine. But they may know somebody that relates to this, you know? So that's just a lot of things to deal with, a lot of things to think about, and a lot of things that we all go through, you know. But as a man and dealing with the trauma of your past and how it makes you move, you shouldn't feel ashamed for how you were brought up. Don't feel ashamed for how things played out in your life. Don't feel ashamed to say that the trauma is getting to you because the traumas do get to you, whether you want to believe it or not. Sometimes it'll smack you right in the face, and sometimes it won't, you know. But you should always know that the traumas of your past and the traumas of the things you go through, you're not alone. There's somebody out there that's experiencing exactly what you're experiencing, or even worse. There's somebody out there that's been through trauma that can have a mentality that'll help you get through what you've been through, you know? So if you've ever faced trauma, you know, if you care to share, you know, reply to this video, share this video, and let everyone, you know that you're not alone. And as a man, you can get help and put that pride to the side and be there, you know, be there for other people. You know, we have to start coming together and helping one another get through these things because there's a lot of us suffering alone, a lot of us suffer in silence, and we shouldn't have to do that because this life, even though you feel like you're alone, you shouldn't have to be that way, and you're not. All right. So that's my podcast for today. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.